Ooh, this is creepy and I hate it. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, I came across this video from this creator named Caitlin. I do not know how to pronounce that last name correctly. This video was extremely interesting and honestly didn't shock me after I realized, holy crap, I've already sort of seen a version of this already just on social media. AI is becoming a big, huge issue. For me, I do not like it. I am one of those millennials that's not really good with technology because I don't like technology. If I like something, I usually find a way to become pretty efficient at it. Pretty much no matter what it is, I don't like technology. So things are sort of difficult for me to navigate because I don't like it. I don't trust it. I think it can do a lot of good, but the people are the problem. The fact that humans that can be so sadistic, so evil, so screwed up, so corrupt are the ones being in control of something that could be so miraculously amazing is the problem, because we've already seen evil in AI. When I saw this, I was like, holy shit, I want to talk to my people about this because AI has gotten a lot better since this story took place. And granted, it's only been about 4 years. A lot has happened with AI in 4 years. Now we have apps like Soro. I've talked about that on my second channel. There are people constantly getting scammed. There are influencers, especially over on Instagram, and starting to filter into different platforms that are completely AI. There's not even a human behind the voice. Every little thing is computer generated. It's bad enough that people that are out there comparing themselves to other people already compare themselves to people who have like money to make themselves look a certain way or live a certain way. But now we have these AI influencers that are even more perfect than what we've already seen people comparing themselves to. And it's giving it an even higher improbability to be able to reach that for a lot of people in their minds. I'd never really dealt with any of that trending stuff, but there's so many people, especially today in the younger generations, that's all they care about is getting on the next trending thing, living a certain kind of life, or at least portraying a certain kind of life. And we've seen a lot of that crumble. We've watched a lot of that stuff just completely unfold, arrests be made, people go from millions in the bank to losing everything and being homeless. Like, we've seen it. A lot of it, especially over the past 5 years or so. So I want to share this story with you guys because this is a story of a road rage incident that took place in Chandler, Arizona. A man named Christopher Pelkey ended up being killed by a man named Gabriel Horcasitas. There was 2 trials and several years went by before there was finally a guilty verdict and a sentencing. He ended up actually being charged with reckless manslaughter. And like we saw in the Brian Kohberger case for the Idaho student murders and all the other cases, every case everywhere out there, when someone is found guilty of doing something which is violent or a crime to another human being, then the people, either the victim themselves, if they are still alive, or the victim's families, are allowed to make impact statements at the sentencing so the judge can take into consideration all of the mixed emotions in the room when handing down the sentencing. The crazy part about this story is that this person's family, Christopher's family, were allowed to use this weird like AI version of him to give his own sort of impact statement. But it wasn't, because yes, it was his likeness, but the script was created by his sister and put together by a whole bunch of information that ended up coming in about Christopher from different impact statements. There was like 50, almost 50 impact statements. But again, this isn't Christopher. This is not the victim himself coming up and giving an impact statement. This is his sister's script, his sister's writing, giving this statement. Now, I went into Caitlin's video and took just the clips of him speaking, not all the clips, but I want you to listen to this. Because I don't know if the sister did this, prompted it this way, or if it just naturally does this to make it seem more natural. But the ums and the uhs and the ohs, stuff like that, Just take a listen. Hold on now, guys. Before we continue with the video, I need to introduce you to today's video sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University. I know that the new year is right around the corner, and a lot of people like to set goals for themselves at the beginning of the year and see just how far they get throughout the year once they actually get their goals started. For some of you, it might be reading more books instead of being online and scrolling through your social media feeds. For some of you, it might be going to the gym and eating healthy and losing weight. For some of you, it might be stepping out of your comfort zone and into a new career path, learning a new skill, trying to find something that actually makes you feel fulfilled. You spend a lot of your waking human hours doing something for money in order to survive. Why not make it something that you actually enjoy? Your job should not feel like a chore. It should be something that you wake up every day and you want to do. It should be something that doesn't make you feel empty. If you are trying to expand yourself, if you are trying to look at a new skill, if you are trying to take online courses, get a degree, step into a new career field, I would highly recommend taking a look at Southern New Hampshire University. They offer a plethora of courses, everything from accounting to criminal justice to data analytics to management to video game development, social media marketing. They have everything from traditional career paths to new modern ways that you can step into what's happening now with technology and the internet and social media. If you are looking for something and just trying to find a place to start, why don't you go ahead and click on the link in my description box and request some information. Requesting information, gaining knowledge, doing research into what you want to do with your life, it's all completely free. It just takes a few seconds and a few clicks and bam, you'll have information right there at your fingertips and on the way to help you make a decision. So again, click the link down in the description box or go to snhu.edu/JULEZ to request some free information and see if they have something that you might be interested in. SNHU offers really competitive tuition rates and their student service is really top rated. You get to speak to a human instead of trying to figure out what's going on all on your own. So again, click the link in the description box to get some information and just give it a look. Now back to the video.
This was played in a court of law.
Hello. Just to be clear for everyone seeing this, I am a version of Chris Pelkey recreated through AI that uses my picture and my voice profile. I was able to be digitally regenerated to share with you today. But here is insight into who I actually was in real life. Take a look.
All right, I'm Chris Pelkey. I served with the United States Army in the infantry. I'm from upstate New York.
Where'd you deploy?
I went to Baghdad in 2006, 2008, and then I went to Afghanistan.
As you can see from my video I recorded in 2021, this here is a true representation of who I was, you know, not how the courtroom portrayed me. So I would like to make my own impact statement. So, hello everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot. I can't tell you how humbled I am for those that spoke up for me, everyone who flew in, took off work, those who are watching this remotely, and for everyone who has supported my family and loved ones through 3.5 years and 2 trials. I wish I could be with you all today. To Your Honor, Judge Lang, thank you for making yourself available to see this case to the end, especially when the rescheduled trial conflicted with your daughter's spring break. To Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me.
That's right. Now he's talking directly to his murderer.
It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do. To my family and everyone that I've met along the way, it was a lot of fun. You know, I always had a lot of fun. Love each other because you never know how long you have. But make the most of each day and live your life. It is okay to stumble. God has you.
Now you can already tell that compared to this kind of AI that's happening today, it's not very good AI that they showed in the courtroom, but that's just the AI for the times. But again, this is not him actually saying these things. These are things that his sister prompted an AI to come out of his mouth. And this is the most troublesome part right here, the judge's reaction to this.
But I love the beauty in what I feel that was genuine, that his obvious forgiveness of Mr. Horcasitas reflects the character I heard about today. But it also says something about the family.
How is this obvious, genuine forgiveness? This is a script written by the sister. So the only thing actually accurate in what the judge just said is the last couple of words and the family and how this reflects on the family. Well, yeah, because the family is the one who actually wrote the part in the script that was read through the AI about the forgiveness. Why? And this is the biggest, greatest point that this creator makes in this video. Why was this family allowed to come out and speak on this man's behalf? Or as she put it, why does his family get to control his legacy in this way? And with the other question, would you want the AI version of you to forgive your killer? No. No. Why would I want that? And why is this even being allowed? I don't understand this. People that impersonate other people that scam other people that use this kind of tool out in the real world when they are trying to manipulate somebody, when they are giving false statements, they usually end up in trouble, like prison time. This kind of thing is not cute. So why this was allowed in a courtroom to manipulate the actual fact that this person's no longer alive, I don't really quite understand it. Now, I sort of get where the family must have been coming from because the AI version of Christopher makes a statement about how this is who I really am, not the person that the court portrayed me to be. Now, I don't know the details of the road rage incident. I don't know the information that was brought up by the defense to try to do whatever. I have no clue. I don't know this man's history. I can just assume based on, again, the script written by his sister that came out of this guy's AI mouth, that maybe some things that weren't very savory were mentioned in court, and they felt like putting his face up on a screen and having a voice, I'm guessing a voice similar to his. It didn't really sound too similar to me when it comes to like frequency, but okay. Maybe they felt like that was going to make him look more human, make more sympathy fill the room, empathy fill the room. I don't know, but it's creepy and I don't like it. And this is what it reminded me of. And now I'm going to say trigger warning before I throw this up on the screen, because these are really creepy. These are children that were, or I don't know if they're actually true crime stories or not, but they're being told as if they are children whose lives were taken away. And it's speaking directly of the story, and it's coming from like an infant's face. These are just really, really strange. So again, trigger warning, but this is where we are in this world today.
Trigger warning. On November 29, 1999, Dad left work early, claiming he was needed at home. He stayed at home for the next few days. On the morning of December 2nd, Mom dropped me off at kindergarten, and later that day, Dad picked me up from kindergarten. He signed with Mom's name instead of his own on the sign-out sheet. In the afternoon, Dad drove with me to Mesa. He purchased a plastic gas container from a department store. He then proceeded to another store and bought approximately 4 liters of gasoline. He drove to a secluded area, took me out of the car, and placed me in a drainage ditch. I woke up when Dad poured gasoline on me. He then struck a match and set me on fire, engulfing me in flames.
Yeah, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. There's a lot when it comes to the progression of AI, again, over the past 4 years. Because in 2021, yeah, Christopher's sister might have been able to put a script in. And these AIs that I just showed you of these poor children's faces saying these horrible things, again, are all just being fed a script. But as of today, AI can run your entire social media. They can find everywhere on the internet that you've ever made a statement. They can find every video that you've ever posted, anything that you've ever commented on when it comes to a Yelp review, hotel reviews, food, anything, and create a script that sounds like you because they've read your entire internet personality, and it'll look a hell of a lot more realistic. I don't like it, guys. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want to know what you guys are thinking about this, though. And no hate to that family, okay? They did whatever they felt like they needed to do. The judge allowed it. But again, did you not understand that the judge even understood that the family put this together. And he's still sitting there saying, oh, this is genuine forgiveness from the victim who's no longer alive, does not have a beating heart, does not have blood pumping through their brain, does not have the ability to actually say these things. And they genuinely believe the victim is forgiving the person who took their life, even though this is a script written by the family. This is not this man's words. That's the most disturbing part, because there's so many vulnerable people, again, out there today that constantly get scammed by AI. Children fall for it. The elderly fall for it. There's a lot of people that I see on Twitter that are my age or even like a decade or so above and below that are getting tricked by these Sorrow videos, this rage bait with the current state of the nation with the shutdown and the SNAP benefit situation. There's a lot of just disgusting AI stuff coming out. So I will tell you guys this. This is something that I have noticed. When you are watching a video, I don't care who it's coming from. I don't care who it's posted by. If it's two people arguing or looking at each other, having a conversation, if there's anything like that, just watch the direction of the eyes. Because even in the animal videos, the eye contact is always just off. Everything else will look hella realistic, so realistic. But if you look at the eye contact, it's never correct. It's always off angle. That's my little tip for you guys. But let me know what you guys are thinking about this specific situation with AI in the courtroom and the probability that with technology, this could be something that more people do agree on. I'll never. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.